One of the most boring roller coasters I've ever ridden is Hoosier Hurricane at Indiana Beach. This has so much potential to be amazing, but it is just not. I know this ride has its fans. Actually, I've never heard anybody talk about this ride much. Okay, let's jump in. This coaster was designed by Custom Coasters International, which is generally known for making amazing roller coasters such as the Raven and Legend from Holiday World and Cornball Express in the same park. It was built on May 27th of 1994, which is about 7 years before Cornball Express opened, so they might have been doing some experimenting with the models. Anyways, let's get into the full experience of the roller coaster. This ride has literally no theming, other than the sign of the ride. The queue line is a staircase into the station, so it isn't a long queue at all. The ride was a station wait whenever I went to the park. The ride does have 2 trains, but they were only operating 1 whenever I went, but they didn't need to operate 2 as there was almost nobody in that station. In fact, we were the only people in the station at first. Anyways, the ride operators were amazing, making sure that everybody was enjoying themselves, and they seem to be having a pretty good time. The trains have buzz bars, similar to the ones on Cornball Express. Buzz bars are restraints that have a set position and can only be in that set position. It can't be locked any higher or lower. But it is like a good 8 inches above your thighs, so it is pretty fun. The ride also has a tight seatbelt so you don't fly out of trains because the buzz bar probably wouldn't be able to hold you in on its own. Actually, you probably wouldn't need the seatbelt anyways, because this is such a boring ride. Once you are given the all clear, you are going to dispatch from the station and turn to the right. Start up the lift hill, which is somehow only 77 feet tall. It looks at least like 125 feet tall. From the south entrance bridge, it is crazy tall. It looks crazy tall. Once you're at the top, turn to the right and then to the left and plunge down the drop. This drop does absolutely nothing. No laterals, it does not send you out of your seat. This might be because there is a trim brake right before the drop, so it slows the drop down. I think it would be a lot more fun if the trim was not there. The top speed is reached at the bottom of the drop, which is 51 miles per hour. Go up into a double up, which is extremely tame, no airtime at all. At the top of the double up, it curves a bit to the right before plunging back down. Anyways, this element is weak. Go under one of the bridges to get into the park, and rise up into the left turnaround. Go into some straight track, and then curve to the right. This is extremely tame, with no laterals or anything whatsoever. Dive off the turnaround, then go into a series of 5 airtime hills, neither of which actually deliver any airtime. So at this point, they're just hills. After this, you'll go into the brake run. This ride had such a good layout, but the elements are so drawn out that it makes it so boring. If the elements were more compact, and I mean a lot more compact, this ride would be a million times better. Even though the ride would be shorter, the ride would at least be eventful. At least the ride has good restraints, and it's also pretty smooth. It was actually surprisingly smooth, almost no rattling. But those were the only 2 positives of the ride. Well, the staff were also amazing. Anyways, I'm going to wrap up this review here. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe to Stormy Coasters and like this video. Comment below your opinion of Hoosier Hurricane if you've ridden it, and have a great rest of your day.